Good morning. Good morning. Today I'm at Noosa Woods. It's just near the Noosa River, one of the most beautiful spots. It's actually reserved for the animals, for the dog beach. But I want to share, this is the second day of 17 days of quantum. What I'm sharing is over these next 17 days is a bit of an exposure of the type of work that we do, because we've been underexposed. We've been working more so in the background and privately for a number of years, and it's time to expose, especially at this time of life. So give an opportunity to see, I suppose, a bit deeper into what it is we do, and if it resonates with you, all power to you, and you can find a little bit more about what it is that we're all about. So I wanted to speak to you today about something that I find to be a great deceit and a misunderstanding, which is that this notion of anxiety. A condition that just in Australia, up to 3 million people are affected by daily. There's probably well more beyond that have issues and troubles dealing with anxiety. But the truth of it is what is really anxiety if it hasn't been diagnosed by someone else, if it hasn't been given some form of condition or identified as a problem that we experience in our own life? You see, to start from a point that our body is actually working against us, that there is something conspiring against the very nature of what we are to make things more difficult for us, is something that I've never subscribed to. But what I have subscribed to is asking deeper questions, getting a deeper understanding as to why certain things are experienced at a particular way initially, before I come into a state of awareness and align with them. Now, anxiety itself, from my truth, is an upwelling of energy that comes to us in our opportunity to change our life. When we are looking to do something different, when we are looking to create beyond what we already have, when we are looking to step into a bigger space beyond where we've ever been. Anxiety is the energy that rushes to us in support of us to move past the boundaries, the structures, the limitations, the restrictions that we've created. Anxiety is what we feel as an individual when we're pulled to one side, when we start to compromise the very nature and the very truth and the simplicity of our own pathway forward. You see, when we're finding ourselves in a state of ease, we're making decisions in our life that support us from a fertile ground. So we've taken the time to come into a state of relationship with our own self. We've given ourselves attention, nurture, and care. And from that particular point of understanding, we've chosen to then move forward. This is where we start to feel a level of flow or momentum that occurs in our own life. But when we're choosing to be taken in directions that does not support us, we'll feel pulled, we'll feel separated, we'll feel disintegrated within ourselves. We start to focus on other people, how we will be received. These ideas, these thoughts, these bigger plans that start to come through us, we start to suppress in favour of other people not seeing us in that way, not receiving in that way, being inconvenient to their life, letting them down, all the while imposing the same things upon ourselves. Anxiety crushes the spirit. And the thing is, it is just a word that's identified with it that brings around a certain level of reactions to determine that what is happening to me is bad. There's a whole other side to this, that your body is there to support you. It's there to bring forward your energy to move you into places you have not been. I mean, the very nature of all of our lives is dictated by how willing we are prepared to go into the unknown. To continue to do the same each day, to have a job, to turn up to the same environment, to speak to the same people about marginally different things each day. I mean, look at what we speak about most, is a drama that occurred or actions of other people rather than what it is that we're creating. And our ability to be able to be different in our own life is what creates this need for this energy to come up through us to cause us to push forward, to push beyond what we've been experiencing up until now. Anxiety is a gift. All we simply need to understand is to how to receive it, how to then utilize it, how to direct that. But whilst we don't, it's going to build and it's going to build and it's going to build, and eventually it's going to be called something like depression. Another name to identify what people choose to not understand about themselves. A great anger that is turned inwards. Sadly, eventually leading to such things as suicide for people who are misunderstood because they've never utilised the power that's coming through them in a way that is unique and different, because people around them are still trying to conform and fit into and be similar to everyone else. Anxiety is a place to move beyond. It is the gift, it is the untethering and the moving past these rules, these conditions that you've found yourself in. Around the world right now, many leaders have been exposed for the corruption that they have been for many, many years, many generations. But this is a corruption that exists within us as we continue to underplay, undermine our very own capacity. That is not upon them, that's upon each of us individually. And until we start to change that, whoever comes to replace them will be exactly the same. They will seem like the saviour at first, but eventually being corrupted as we step away and become absent to our own truths. Anxiety is not a condition, unless you choose for it to be. Anxiety can be a gift, and it is just the supporting mechanism of your body bringing through a great support and source of your own inspiration to move forward into a place that you're choosing but is yet unknown. I would say in my life and my experience and what I've observed, there is nothing more fearful than when people are confronted with everything that they need, placed in front of them. But just the opportunity now to move forward is where all the questions start to come. What if? And generally it's in a negative state. What if I lose this? And again, bringing about a suppression of all this energy coming through, which is a resistance. And that's what we feel in anxiety. It's the resistance, the stopping, the suppressing of our own truth, our own inspiration, our own energy coming through us. Take the time. Ask questions. What do I want? What do I want to create? What am I creating? If you don't like what you're creating, create something different. Stop acquiescing. Stop suppressing yourself in order to make other people happy. I mean, look, the majority of us have no idea what we want. We've allowed other people to make decisions for us, but majority of us are living our life trying to make others happy, trying to satisfy them in a lack of acceptance for ourselves. If you want to move past this and move beyond anxiety and actually work with it and not be caught up in suffering, not be caught up in any aspect of life that causes you to not see the simplicity that is always available. You can continue to keep buying into the conditions and external diagnosis. You can continue to keep buying into being a who in comparison to everyone else and maintain a comparison of status, of achievement. Or you can start to look at what you are and start to create in a place that has not been created before. Start to bring through your own contribution, but this just doesn't happen by maintaining the same toxicities, the same corruption, the same censorship that exists within you. Anxiety is the opportunity to express yourself beyond and recognize at first it's going to be clumsy. It's not going to be perfect. But it's your ability to deal with that clumsiness, to be able to laugh at yourself, to be able to enjoy yourself in the whole nature of your own growth. It's going to get you to a place where you stop focusing upon the problems, stop focusing upon someone else's need to tell you what is wrong with you, what you need to improve, to stop using dissatisfaction in your life as a stimulation to move forward, rather than moving into a state of peace where you move forward from fertile ground, where you move forward from things that you've chosen and look to improve and move beyond, let go of, not hold on to. Anxiety is just a suppression of your native support structure to bring you energy to cause the greatest change in your life. If this resonates with you, share it. We are doing a pre-launch for the first time in 10 years, and we're going to be inviting people into what it is that we share in a very specific way. But we're looking for people that want to take responsibility in life, that want to lead in their own life. Not that are looking for a magic solution, not that are looking for things that are not there, but are prepared to find a level of personal governance, free from any outside source, but embracing of their own. So if this, share, like, pass it on, be bold. 15 more days to go. Look forward to sharing with you. If there's any questions, by all means, ask them. If you want to get in contact with us, send a message to the Quantum Movement and we'll keep you informed of what's happening. Anyway, much love. Hope you find yourself in a beautiful part of the world. Very fortunate to be here in good morning.
Morning.
In Noosa North Shore. But much love, and enjoy your day. Bye.